Every day, thousands of organic waste are thrown away. But what if we can turn them into something more useful? Hello, I'm Faisal Mohammed, and this is my smart composting bin, which turns organic waste into something more valuable and useful. Food waste is one of the biggest problems today. But what is the solution? Composting? But most of the people find composting very slow and messy. So what is the solution? The solution is a smart composting bin, which is easy, really clean, and it is fully automated. This composting bin allows the user to input organic waste and then turn them into natural fertilizer with the help of controlled and monitored temperature, moisturizer, and it also helps the user to take all the data from the web dashboard. So for the components, first of all, we have ESP32, which is the main brain for the project, and it is responsible for taking all the data and according to the data, also make the decision. It has AI model as well. So and secondly, we have the LED light, which is actually responsible for making the environment warm if it's too cold. All of these are based on the conditions. With the help of AI, it's making its own decisions to maintain the perfect environment for the composting. And then we have the gas sensor, which is taking the gas levels and checking if the environment needs some air or no. And for the fan, we have 5-volt fan, which helps the environment to be maybe cool down, or maybe if there is too much of gas, it will send signal to the main processor, and it will turn on the fan. And then we have the DHT22 sensor, which is responsible for taking temperature and humidity, which all of the data are sent here, and even the user can actually view all of the data on the web dashboard, which doesn't require any Wi-Fi. All of them are displayed offline with the help of ESP32 access point. It's making its own network. You can connect it via Wi-Fi and just writing the password and then going on Safari and writing the IP address. That's all. We look at the methodology of the system, like how it works from user inserting the organic waste till the end. It's like really interesting. First of all, the user can insert the organic waste into the bin, either it is apple, orange, or some another kind of fruit, and also sometimes it can be vegetables, but a lot of people prefer fruit mostly. And once he has inserted all the organic waste, he can also open the web dashboard via Wi-Fi, connecting with the Wi-Fi with the name and password, and then inserting the IP address on the Safari. It will open the web dashboard to view the progress. And then we have the sensor data, like what the user will actually see on the web dashboard will be the sensor data, like all the sensors, which are like gas sensor, DHT22, which is responsible for taking the temperature and humidity. All the sensor data will be live shown on the dashboard. And once we have the sensor data, what the project actually does is, what the whole system does is, it takes help of AI to check if everything is good. In case if there is any issue, for example the temperature is really high, it actually gives recommendation to the user, it alerts the user, and it also takes decision from its own to turn on the fan. For example, as I said, the temperature is really high, it will turn on the fan in order to make the temperature low. And for example, if the gas levels are really high, if there's any toxic gas, it will as well turn on the gas, it will as well turn on the fan in order to keep a good environment for composting. And if everything is good, it will go back to the sensor reading, and it will make sure everything is good till the end. And on the web dashboard, we will also see the progress of the compost, like how good it is. It will actually give you a health score according to the data which it's getting from different sensors. So it's like a fun kind of a thing. The user wants to see how healthy the compost is, or and it also shows the user what's the predicted time, what's the expected time you should be aware that the compost will finish, like when your all organic waste will be composted. So it's a really interesting thing, because user are always curious to know about these things. So it's actually making the system more simple, useful, and also interesting. And after all of these processes, it comes to the end. So yes, it is really simple yet effective and really fully automated. So it solves a really big issue of food being wasted. And a lot of people don't actually use
composting. That's because they are not automated, they are not simple, and they are really messy. But this system makes it really simple, clean, and it also makes it interesting for the user to always be interacted with the progress, what's going on, how it is. And also the user can take reports of their data, so in future they can improve their composting progress more and more. So here is the dashboard of the project. So first of all, we have the project title and the project subtitle, and as well we have the IP address here on the top if anyone wants to access it and check out all the data. And although you can also change the password and um, system Wi-Fi name. So on the dashboard, first of all, we have the temperature showing here. It's the live temperature, live humidity, and live gas levels. And then we have the AI recommendation section, where if there is anything wrong, if the moisture is really low, or if the temperature is really high, or if is there any another issue, we get the recommendation from the AI, which is all based on conditions of the data which we get from the sensors, such as temperature, humidity, and gas levels. And other than that, we have the auto compost health score, which actually combines all the data from all the sensors, and the AI gives a score to the compost by showing the user that how well is your compost health. And then we have the predict compost timer, which actually allows the user to know that how much the user can expect, how many times the compost will be ready in how many days actually. So this is just a prediction, which is like mostly near to the composting time, real time. And then we have the recent data logs of the data, if in case the user wants to analyze it for future, to make sure the composts are more perfect and improve day by day. So the user can actually see the timestamps with the temperature, humidity, gas, and health score. And as well as the user can also download the CSV file, where it will allow the user to download the file. Compare our product with the existing product which are already in the market. There is a really big difference. First of all, our product has AI recommendation, which actually checks all the data, and according to data coming from the sensors, will make its own decision, and it also gives recommendation to the user. But the existing product doesn't have integration of AI. And second of all, the our product has a lot of sensors which make sure that the composting gets the perfect environment to have to be in a fast way and in the more efficient possible way. But the existing products doesn't have any kind of sensors. It makes a really bad disadvantage to the existing products. And thirdly, we also have live dashboard, which shows live we can say data coming from the sensors. But the existing products, none of them have any live data. And fourthly, we have auto decisions, which actually, as I mentioned earlier, the AI is actually taking decisions on behalf of the data coming from the sensor. As I mentioned earlier, if the temperature is really high, the AI will actually turn on the fan to make the temperature low. But the existing product doesn't have anything, so it is not automated. That makes a really big disadvantage for them. And fifthly, we have reports actually on our dashboard, where the user can actually download the report as CSV file and analyze it for the future to make sure to improve their composting progress more and more. But the existing products doesn't have any kind of reports. I just want to say that our project is solving a real big issue of organic waste, because it is fully automated, it is really easy to use, and it has a really simple user interface which solves all the issues which people were already facing with the existing products, such as the existing products were really messy, they were not clean, it was really hard for the users to check around with the progress of the composting, which made them to ignore this process and waste a lot of organic waste. But we solved this problem with our own project.